What's up, fellow subscribers? Okay, guys, here we are in 2020, having fun, relaxing, down here in the museum. And this is something, I'm trying something new for the year. I want to make certain announcements and stuff. I want to do it on camera for you guys. It seems like it's a little easier that way. So I like to read the comments. I like to check the comments. I like to respond to the comment section. And within the last, oh my goodness, I would say the last 2 months, I've seen a common thread in the comments with as far as questions regarding my M.I.B status, as a mint inbox status. How did I arrive to that station in life, so to speak? How did I become a M.I.B collector? Other questions were really situated around why do I keep everything mint inbox? And there's some positives in there. There were some negatives in there, but I think I've covered this in the past, but because we have grown so much with our subscribers, this had to be about maybe a year or so ago that I addressed this. Well, I got to thinking, it was brought to me, explained to me that, what, M.I.B, you got a whole new set of subscribers now. You got about maybe 300 or 400 or 500 more subscribers that just don't understand the M.I.B mentality. They don't understand why you keep everything in its box, in its packaging, mint on card, things of that nature. So especially after reading some of the comments, I just want to enlighten some of our subscribers, our viewers, about that. You can see over my shoulder one of my favorite G.I. Joe vehicles of all time, my Humvee armament carrier, mint box since 2004. And I had somebody ask me about that. How can you enjoy that item back there if it's never been out of its packaging? Well, easy. I like it in its packaging. And let me tell you a little bit about why I started my museum. I started my museum because as a kid growing up, seeing a lot of having a lot of the cool toys and playing with them, and I was not an M.I.B. I was not an M.I.B collector back then. I actually played with my toys, but later on in life, as I got older, seeing some of those same toys in its packaging, as I can remember them, decades ago, I thought that was so cool, and I wanted to have those toys again. I wanted to enjoy seeing those toys, reading the packaging, looking at the beautiful artwork on the packaging. And I would get teased a little bit about that. They said, well, you act like it's a museum. You got that museum type mentality. You want to preserve everything. I say you can look at it like that. I guess and so that was my mentality. I guess, I wanted to track down, and I wanted to find a lot of toys that I can remember having and things of that nature. But I wanted to find them in perfect condition. I wanted to find them in their box, the way they first appeared on toy store shelves. And you can see right over here, we're looking at some of our robots here. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback about these robots, and I've gotten a lot of negative feedback about those robots. You know, why are you keeping them in the box? In my mind, the boxes are just too beautiful. I just enjoy having them in the box. But the mentality that we have here at our museum, the M.I.B Master Toy Museum, is we want these toys perfectly preserved. You know, and if I have to be that one collector that does that, then I'll be that. So guys, all the rest of you guys collectors, y'all can take your stuff out. You know, don't worry about it. MIB's got it now. I'll take all the heat for having all of my stuff mint and on card, mint and package, you know, mint and box. So, but I want to recreate that store, that toy store type of feel, environment here at our museum. And I can pan around and you can kind of see it's for me, it's all about the history of these toys. Another thing that I used to constantly ask myself, I would go into these toy shops and I would find the old toys like the He-Man figures, some 12-inch GI Joe figures from the 1960s, and I would ask the owners of the store, did this guy come with his box or his package? And he said, well, no, it's loose. We don't have the box. We don't have the packaging. Sorry about that. And to me, that was just, it felt incomplete. And mind you, these were some very expensive items that I was looking at, but they didn't have the packaging with them. And I just said, wouldn't it be cool if you could find the, if you could have it both, your cake and eat it too, mint in box. Let's say a GI Joe from 1964, 1965, mint in box. What are the odds? Extremely high. I mean, you probably got a better chance of hitting a Powerball to finding a mint, absolute, pristine mint in box, never removed, never damaged or anything, GI Joe from 1960, 64, 65 in its box. It's very hard to do. It's extremely difficult, but that is one of my goals for the new year, 2020, is to track down a lot of these vintage action figures. I want to find them mint in box. I want to find them mint on card. I want to find them. I want to find them perfect. And you know, I know people are gonna say, "Well, it might be that's going to be expensive." Yes, it's going to be somewhat expensive. It's going to be somewhat difficult, but as I'm getting older now, that's where my mood is, you know, is really shifting. That's where my focus is shifting. I buy what I like. So we're still waiting for Wave 8 Migos to come out. I'll buy those guys when they come out. We'll see what type of assortments they have with the new Wave 8 figures. I think I know most of them, but you know, they might surprise us somewhere along the line. I hear the 6-inch GI Joes are coming out again. I want to check that out. Not too sold on a 6-inch GI Joe status. I'm a 12-inch figure guy. Um, I just, but I have to see. You know, if it's really cool, I'll get it. If it's really cool, I'll get it. And that's just where I'm at. But guys, we're just hanging out down here in the museum, and like I said, I just want a lot of our new subscribers to kind of understand when you click on our channel, you see a video. Uh, Understand we are a museum first and foremost. I take very little out of packaging off the card. The card or the packaging would have to be extremely damaged in some way or shape or form. I've done that purposely. I've went out and found extremely damaged carded figures just with the intention of taking them off the card. So, but that's rare. I mean, 99.9% of the time, you know, my focus is on mint items, you know, sealed in their boxes, sealed on their cards, things of that nature. But I just want people to understand that's what we do here at the museum. There is a ton of YouTube channels out there that will do reviews on loose figures. They'll take stuff out of the unboxing videos, you know, where they take it out the package, out the box, and display it and review it and try it out, and they'll play with it. Guys, we're not that. That's not what we do here. Everything I got here is kept in pristine condition. I have absolutely no desire to take out an expensive, let me see here, an expensive toy like this G.I. Joe figure right here that's been in this box for over 20 years. I have no desire to take it out just to play with it on the camera for you. You know, you have to do what you like. And we're here to show you action figures from different toy lines from decades past, or even new ones, and show you how these figures look in their packaging and how they would be presented in a toy store setting, you know. And to me, I think that's it's a lost art, and it is also a very it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. A lot of the older collectors, like myself, understand where I'm coming from. Anybody that's in their 50s or 60s, that's been collecting for over 40 something plus years, totally get it. You know, they understand that the younger generation won't. They see a toy video and their mind is set to, hey, let's, you know, he's going to take this out and he's going to play with it. He's going to demonstrate how the toy works, things of that nature. No, not here. This is a museum. It's taken me about 30 years to compile a lot of this stuff, a lot of these items and artifacts. So we just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. This is the M.I.B mentality, the mint in box mentality, and you know why it is that we do what we do here. So we want your thoughts. We want your opinions on this. Let us know how you feel about it. Let us know how you feel about keeping your action figures, your toys, mint in box. Do you do that? You know, if so, why? If you don't, if so, why not? You know, we would like to hear all that. That's the cool thing about being a collector and collecting the stuff that you like. there is no right or wrong reason for doing it. You know, there's the toy police will not pull up on you and put you in jail because you open your action figures and display them in a display case. Nor would they arrest you for not opening your action figures. You know, so it's just, but I wanted to kind of share that. We have a ton of new subscribers to the channel, and I never officially put out a video it really explaining what our channel is about. You know, so people kind of have over the years have drawn their own conclusions to what my channel is. So that's why I wanted to kind of do a face to face with you guys to kind of let you know this is what I do. This is why we do it. This is why we enjoy collecting, you know, things mint on box, mint on card, things of that nature. So it's all of it's all fun to me. You know, it's all fun to me. It's extremely enjoyable. Um, but never hesitate. Like I said, because I read all the comments. Never hesitate. We enjoy reading the comments. Never hesitate to ask a question. You know, I grew up and I was told by my parents, if you don't ask a question, you simply won't know. You know, so ask a question. Now, saying that, I don't mind people asking questions. It's how those questions are thrown together. Here's a couple things that never start off a question or a comment with, I don't mean this to be disrespectful. All right. Guess what? I'm going to take it as being disrespectful. Never throw a few 4-letter words in the comment section with the cursing and just being disrespectful in that manner. That'll get you blocked. You know, that'll get you kicked off the channel. Not just by me, but I mean, YouTube is extremely, they're really monitoring everybody's channels these days as far as content and comment sections and what people are saying. So, but things of that nature, you can ask me anything as long as it's in a respectful manner. I mean, listen, that's why I created the channel. I created the channel to share these wonderful collectibles that we house here at the museum with you guys. That's that's the whole purpose of my channel. You know, I enjoy sharing it with you guys. I find it more fun that way. It's more enjoyable, you know. So that's one of the primary reasons we started the M.I.B Master Toy Museum channel. But guys, you know, we're just having fun. We got a lot of big plans for the new year, for 2020. We're excited about it. We're excited about collecting. I'm excited about going out and finding new things to add, to acquire, to put into our museum. And we like to thank you guys. You guys have given us a lot of ideas. You've pointed us into a lot of different directions, finding new items. So I appreciate it. Some of my newest ones are my robots back here. And, you know, would have never known about those robots if a fellow collector, John Catronis, I got it. John, I got it, man. I'm operating on very little sleep, and I just put a pot of coffee on, so bear with me, guys. But, you know, it's collectors like him, Count Stankus, RV Collectibles, Howlin' Wolf Reviews, Ray Castile, great collectors like these guys. I watch their channels. I'm a big fan of these guys, and I really enjoy what they do and how they review their collectibles. And I found, just by watching their channels, I found a lot of stuff that I didn't have in my collection that I went out and actually, after watching their channels, I went out and actually added to my collection. So a lot of fun, guys, and that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. That's the spirit of collecting and being a collector, and loving this hobby that we love so much. So with that being said, guys, you know the routine. All right, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I got some videos coming out later on. Leave your comments right underneath this video. You know the routine, guys. God bless, and keep collecting.